Okay, so small things wise only we'll tell. And if you are not able to understand any point also, please tell me. Otherwise, it is become it's a single shot now, so less questions from here. Guys, file system. Okay, file system. File system means you have a partition. You have a partition. In the partition, you want to put a data in the partition, right? You have a partition. In the partition, you want to put a data. To put a data in the partition, it means you should know how to arrange the data, right? You don't know, but system should know. System should know how to arrange the data in the partition, right? So for example, you got a room. Okay, so you have a big home like a hard disk, and you got a small portion. You got a portion in the room, like in a home, you got a portion. Now you got items like you have a, yeah, in my room I have a one birwa, whiteboard is there, and some chairs, tables, one cot, and then there is a, that's it, some playing items, boxes, another small table, and there is a ladder, right? So yes, okay, so I should know, so I have to arrange it. So meaning is I have to arrange it properly, so then I can fit properly, so I can fit the items properly, right? Same thing, you should put a format. You should put a format on a disk partition. So when you put a data in the partition, it will be arranged in a proper way. It will be arranged in the proper way, like how to put a data next to next, like that, side by side. So it will be arranged in a proper way. So that is called a file system. So what is a file system? Format partition with a file system. Okay, so with a file system, the file system defines how to arrange data in the volume or a partition or a disk or a drive, whatever the name you put it, okay, in the partition. So partition, I'm using the word, that's so many type of words we are using, okay, so don't get confused. The partition format partition with the file system means the file system defines how to arrange the data in the partitions. So different type of file systems are there. So one is FAT file system, NTFS, mainly in Windows, NTFS. Next, exFAT, ReFS. These are a new file systems, usually in Windows kind of stuff. I will explain one by one. Next, if you are using a Linux based operating system or a Unix like operating system, or a Linux based operating systems, use ext2. Start with ext2, ext3, ext4. These are the things. ext4 is the latest one. xFS also another file system. Okay, this is a Linux based file system. Network based file systems are there. Okay, in a network means sharing of data. Network means network sharing. Okay, for sharing a data, NFS in Linux. Okay, CIFS, file systems for sharing protocols. It's not really a file systems, guys. It is not really a file system. This is used for sharing a data. Protocols, network sharing. Remember the names. Okay, so there are so many things to share the data, like so many ways to share the data. These are sharing protocols, but not a file system, but FS is there. That's why I'm telling. Network file system, common internet file system, which is we already discussed in Linux. Okay, so SAMBA file system. Okay, NFS means SAMBA. Okay, SMB protocol, SMB share. These all comes under this one only. Okay, for example, you have a DVD having a universal disk format, like this. Devices also having a formats. CD-ROM is usually HSFS or a CDFS. Okay, so different type of formats are there. Okay, so HSFS usually like Unix based CDs. CDFS is a normally CD-ROM formats. Okay, like this. So device based formats are there, like this. Okay, network sharing, Linux file systems. So lot of different type of file systems are there, LVM type or all kind of stuff. But universally in Windows we are using FAT and NTFS. In FAT also we have a different type of file system. So first of all, FAT means file allocation table. Guys, can you able to hear, right? No reaction, nothing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm keep telling, I didn't ask people are able to view or understand. Okay, FAT file system. So FAT file system, there is a FAT12, FAT16 kind of file system is there. FAT32. Some places it shows FAT12, sometimes it shows FAT16, some places it shows only FAT. Okay, FAT12, FAT16 kind of stuff is there. So, and another one is FAT32. Sometimes for everything we put a FAT only. So there is a limitations of FAT is there. Okay, so FAT usually maximum partition size is 4 GB maximum partition size. Okay, cannot store bigger files anyway. Okay, FAT32 partition size. Just for our we are all in the same class. Okay, partition size. I am putting partition size. Partition size is support up to 32 GB maximum. Up to 4 GB. This is also up to 32 GB. Okay, and I'm giving a generalized idea, guys, so I'm not going with the values here. Okay, so we cannot store big files. We can't store big files. Unit size is 8K. Okay, minimum unit size is 8K. Okay, so that's a different point. Okay, so minimum 8K. So what is this 8K minimum size means? It's 8K one block. Okay, so here it is one sector is 512 bytes. Okay, so 512 bytes, like a combination of sectors, we call it as a cluster. Okay, combination of sectors called cluster or a unit. Okay, a unit. So like this combination of sectors in the days is 8K. So the size is 8K. Okay, if you don't get it, no problem, guys. Again, you need to know what is a hard disk, inside a plotter, what is sector, what is track. Okay, this is a hard disk, right? So normally you have a plotter like this in a hard disk. So inside you have a like this. This is the plotter. Okay. Now you may have like this. Like these are the tracks. These are all called tracks. Okay. So you can go to Google and find it. The tracks diagram kind of stuff also. So these are the tracks. Okay. So in each track, it's the track, right? So like this is the track. Okay. Each track is divided into small parts. Okay, and generally like this. Like this. The people represent sectorize like this, but no, actually the sector means 512 bytes size in the track. This is one track, like it is very light. Okay, so go to thick color only. So this is the sectors they represent in a diagram this, but in a reality, so if you take a track, like this, okay, one track. So no, like this. Okay, it is divided by like a sector wise, like one sector, okay, like this. Exactly. If you put a boxes, then you will understand, right? This is one sector, 512 bytes. Second sector, third sector, fourth sector. So data stores on the tracks, but in the data store on the tracks in the sector boxes only. The group of sectors. Okay, the group of sectors we called as a cluster or a unit. Group of sectors we call it as a cluster or a unit. So this is a sector, size is 512 bytes. So this is the tracker sector. Sorry, this is cluster or a unit, the group or a combination. So here it is, the total size is 8K, one single unit or a cluster. So obviously we cannot store the big files. Okay, so no security feature. No security compression, no compression kind of features. FAT. Okay, so now you'll go to NTFS, new technology file system. Guys, when you see in Windows base anything, so NT means new technology. NT means Windows, NT means new technology. Understand? File system. NTFS can store the big files. So here it is. It support up to, not up to, support 2 terabyte and more than 2 terabyte also. So why I'm writing 2 times? Because of when I'm using Windows XP, that time NTFS limit is 2 terabyte. Now it support more than 2 terabyte of partition. Okay, partition. Next, you can store big files. Okay, unit size is generally 4K. This varies 2K or a kind of stuff, but this is a small unit size. That's why you can able to store big files, less wastage. Okay, in support features features are important. Quota, security, compress, encrypt. Quota, security, compress, encrypt. What is this? Index. So these are the features of NTFS. Practically also we seen in Windows 10, guys. Security means file or folder or directory access permissions. What permissions? Read or write, allow or deny permission. Read, write, allow or deny permissions. Compress data to save disk. Compress the data so then you can save the disk space, and we can put more data in it. We can put a more data. Guys, it's look like a very silly to you, like why I'm telling what is security and all. We are already discussed thing, right? Sometimes very smallest question will give you more score. Smallest question is very small. Size of the question is very small. Okay, so like that. So last one batch, like I think maybe 7th batch or something, 6th or 7th batch got a question. So about most of the questions from compression related one. It prevent access data from unauthorized user. Exactly say need a key or set for access data. Okay, this is also to prevent access data from unauthorized users. This is also same. But here it is. We need a key to access the data. Now, quota, it means limit access disk space. Limit access disk space. Limit access the disk space to user. So example, I have 200 GB hard disk. 100 GB hard disk means partition. I have a D drive 200 GB disk. I have a D drive 200 GB disk for user to it's only 20 GB. It means out of 200 GB I given user to only 20 GB. Okay, I reserve or a given for user to only 20 GB. So user 2 can able to access data up to this. index the data. So so it's easy to search for data search. That is enough. Okay, guys, these are the features. Already you know practically how to do it. So that's why I am telling like this. So FAT file system, maximum FAT32, it is a 32 GB. So if you want to see the file system, this is the NTFS file system. Go to properties, tools, general, tools, hardware, sharing, quota, security. You can see quota, security. Okay, even though you open the thing, so here it is my NTFS drive. You create a file or a folder. Okay, you create a file or a folder. So right click on the file, go to the properties, security is there, details are see, security permissions are there. Go to advanced. So these are the security related. Go to general also, advanced. Do you want to encrypt? This is the encryption. This is compression kind of stuff. Why encryption is disabled? One second. I put some data in it. I'll try again. Go to properties on the file, advanced. Why it is not showing? This is indexing is there. Encryption is not showing. Maybe because of okay. So what I'm going to do is 2048 string. So this is also accidentally I created a NTFS. I'm going to format this one to FAT or FAT32. Okay, so you can I put a FAT32 here. Okay, so I'm formatting. Now properties. So can you see it's a FAT32 volume? You can't see few things from here like this. Properties of this one. Okay, properties of this one. See, this is NTFS, this is a FAT. See, quota is there, quota is not here. Security is there, security is not here. Okay. You can also right click on files. You can try okay, this is the FAT file system. I create a file. Right click, properties. See, compression is also gone. Indexed is also gone. Encryption is not showing anyway. Okay, in that one and this one. Maybe because of its virtual hard disk, it's not showing. But here see, compression and indexing, security is showing this for this file. For this file, this FAT file system security tab is not there, and also it is disabled, compress and indexed. So FAT file system. So one of the thing is FAT32 does not support FAT32. Maximum limitation is 32 GB. FAT maximum limitation is 4 GB. Also, it won't support compression, data compression, disk quota, data compression, disk quota, security, indexing, and encryption also. Okay, see, when I said NTFS, format with NTFS, so obviously it is showing enable file and folder compress. If I put a FAT, it's not showing that one. Okay, so it is showing only format these options, but I will show you format other options, so then maybe you'll try to understand. See guys, this is the J drive. Go to format. So you don't do it, that's why I'm showing. See, it's a FAT. See, FAT 64 kilobytes. Allocation unit size. FAT32 showing 4K only because it's a very small disk, and NTFS is also showing 4K. So I'm formatting NTFS. Okay, now it is become a NTFS format. So if I put a FAT32 usually like 8K, it shows like this. Now it is a NTFS. Look at the properties. Now it is NTFS. See, quota and security came. Even yeah, files are not removed. How? No, not this one. I. This is the one. Look at this one. Security tab is appear. And also compression and indexing. Encryption is not showing because it's maybe because of it is a virtual hard disk. See, why it is? Oh, okay. I got it. My system is Windows Home. Okay, that's it is not showing. Okay, guys, FAT and NTFS features are understand or not? Okay, what features we have in a NTFS? Understand or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Earlier days, we have a small mobile phones, 4 GB, 2 GB, 1 GB, maybe 8 GB, 16 GB, memory cards and pen drives are there. Okay, so FAT nowadays, okay, FAT support up to means FAT32 is 32 GB. Okay, 32 GB maximum support. Next, if in case, okay, if you like for a SD cards, okay, for SD cards, what is a SD card? Memory cards, like a flash drives, whatever the name it is, pen drives, all are same only. So NAND memories, all are these things, pen drives generally use, okay, so FAT only. FAT. But size of SD cards are increasing, right? Every day it is increasing. SD size of the SD cards are increasing, like 32 GB, 64 GB, 128 GB. So FAT not support more than 32 GB SD cards. Okay, so what we are using exFAT. Use exFAT for store big files. First one is big files, and for storage for okay, exFAT support more than size. The meaning is, the overall meaning is, I'm trying to say is exFAT is alternative for FAT. exFAT, extended FAT. Okay, it is an alternate for FAT file system. Like you have a mobile phone, you purchase a memory card, you insert a memory card. Now your mobile phone is nowadays supporting 256, 512, up to 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte SD cards also. If you have a money, you can able to insert it, right? So memory cards we can able to insert. Now earlier days 8 GB, 16 GB. Now we are getting a bigger SD cards. So FAT won't support that big files, but exFAT support bigger memory cards. If you put a memory card in a NTFS support bigger, but problem is your mobile phone operating system may not understand NTFS. Your mobile phone operating system may not understand NTFS. So what you have to do? So you have to convert into exFAT. So whenever you insert a fresh memory card, so it will ask for, do you want to format your memory card? Yes, then format with a exFAT. So right. So that is for exFAT support big file sizes, big files we can able to store. Nowadays we have a 4K videos and all. So yesterday I downloaded one movie. It is more than 2 GB, and if I want a 1080 resolution, so it is more than 4.4 GB. I can't store that type of 4 GB file. I can't store in a FAT file systems. So what to do? Put in a exFAT only. So that is a exFAT support more than 32 GB. So this is about your exFAT. Mainly for SD cards. This is additionally I told. Okay. Okay, that is the story, guys. What are the written in here? So understand what I'm telling. So you have to compare both the things. Okay. So exFAT, ReFS, resilient file system. Resilient. So exactly say the word is resilient. ReFS, resilient file system. Resilient file system. Use CRC. I think you guys are already. Last time only I told what is CRC. So what is CRC? What is CRC?
Cyclic redundancy check.
Cyclic redundancy check. It use CRC for error correction and prevention. Okay. Error correction or detection or prevention, like this. Okay. So CRC is an algorithm. It take a small, it generate a code from your data only. It generate a code from your data. So then it keep that one. So when you see a CRC, like so it prevent actually, like you store a data in the drive, the data can be damaged anytime. So the data can be corrupted, right? Like people are accessing the data, read the data, write the data, like that. So people are accessing data, transferring the data. So data can be corrupted anytime. So there is a lot of possibility of data corruption. So if you store the data into ReFS, if you store the data into ReFS related format, so what are the data you put it, a CRC value will be generated. So it will prevent the data from corruption. Okay, so like that. So it's prevent data from corruption. It is prevent data from corruption. That is a resilient file system. Okay, it do not have features of NTFS. Okay, NTFS features are not there, but we can roll back. roll back to NTFS. It means you don't no longer required ReFS kind of stuff. You can roll back. exFAT and ReFS both are introduced in a Windows 8. exFAT and ReFS both are introduced in a Windows 8 only. Okay. Directly this is J drive, right? Format. So we got only three options. exFAT is not showing here. exFAT, if you want exFAT, then you need a pen drive or a memory cards for that one. So I'm inserting a pen drive. Yesterday only I used this pen drive. Where it is went. So I put a something. Go to format. See, you can see exFAT. exFAT. So removal drive. So click on a format. Okay. So 32 kilobytes. So see NTFS FAT32 exFAT. Why it is not showing normal FAT? Because it's at 16 GB. So FAT support up to 4 GB. FAT32 support up to 32 GB. Okay, like that. So you can with the FAT file system. exFAT, because it's a pen drive. I don't have a. I have a memory card, but I can't able to insert now. Okay, so that is a different one. So I again have to do a lot of things. Okay, guys, this exFAT kind of stuff. exFAT also don't have any features of your things. Okay, like a NTFS. So this is about your file systems. Of course, in Windows we use FAT and NTFS, FAT and FAT32. Okay, FAT32 support up to 32 GB. NTFS support maximum size like a 2 terabyte and more than 2 terabyte also it will support. Depends upon NTFS version. And NTFS support quota, security, compression, encryption, and indexing. It will support. Okay, exFAT is usually for memory cards or pen drives. If you want to insert your memory card into your Android mobile phone, which is 64 GB, 128 GB, 256 GB, like compulsory you should convert into exFAT. exFAT support more than 32 GB memory sizes, and as well as bigger files you can able to store it. Okay, so resilient file system. So when you go to the resilient file system, is it protect your data from corruption. It protect data from corruptions. It generate it uses ERC to by generating a algorithm, a code from the CRC. CRC is an algorithm. It generate a code from your data. So then it will always compare, calculate your data, whether data is good or data is damaged. If in case, if you never seen anything about CRC kind of stuff, no problem, guys. I need a WinRAR file for me. I will show you that one also. But if I need only not zip files, RAR files like this. So you can see CRC32. So it is not showing. See, CRC value is like this. Okay, CRC value. See. So this is the WinRAR file .rar combination. For example, I'm trying to extract the data. It is showing some error. Now I can able to go to repair option also. Okay, so I will get some repair options. So then you can see rename, reprint, repair archive. So how can I get a repair archive? Because we have a CRC value. If data is corrupted in the RAR file, so we can able to repair it with a using CRC. Sometimes it will have it can it will repair. Sometimes it may not do it. Okay, so that is a CRC, guys. You may look at a CRC. So that is a CRC value, how it is look like. So this is about your file systems. And also I explained about Linux file system. No need of depth explanation, just to know what are the file systems are there. Okay, so ext2, ext3, ext4. Currently we are using ext4 for Linux. Okay, current versions. NFS, CIFS, file sharing related, network file system, common internet file system. Okay, so every device having a file systems also. These are the file systems used in the networking. So next one is we will discuss about in an afternoon about what is a virtual hard disk and what are the physical hard disk. Also we'll discuss. Okay. Now you can take a break. Be back at so in afternoon only, guys. It's a 1:30. So be there at 3 p.m. Okay. So not 3:30. Okay. Not 3:30. 3 p.m. only. Be early. Okay. So we got almost like 1.5 hours, right? So be early. Okay. So we will back at 3 p.m. again. So take a lunch break. Go fast. Come fast. If you have any doubt, you can ask me also. No problem.